Hello there. Welcome back to the Senate Podcast. I'm joined today by the new and improved Tony Quinn.
Hopefully.
So the reason I'm saying new and improved is because it's a new year, and I guess for us it's not new. It's not new at all. But we're gonna act like this is a brand new year. Congrats. I guess we officially made it, even though we're traveling through time right now. But we wanted to make a quick episode about not just New Year's resolutions, but the things we want to accomplish in 2024 that we didn't in 2023. So, Tony, not just how are you doing, because we don't know how your holiday break went. We have no idea. You could have had the worst Christmas and New Year's ever.
Yeah.
So I can't ask you how your New Year's went, or you could just tell me. You could just make it up if you want. Just make up something, because it didn't happen yet. We're gonna act, but this is our official statement of how it went.
I just stayed home, and I happened to go outside, and I saw a guy trying to rob a place, and then I stopped him, and then everybody sees me as a hero. Yeah, everyone sees me as a hero, and now they've erected a statue.
Beautiful.
In my honor. Fantastic.
Sounds like something straight out of a Zack Snyder movie. Okay. Okay, but how was 2023?
Well, I have I've kind of come to look at life as like, on one hand, life is horrible. It's terrible. It's miserable. It's full of pain, suffering, anguish, confusion. But on the other hand, it's also very beautiful, and it's filled with wonder and love and connection and tranquility. So, I mean, my 2023 was pretty challenging in a lot of ways. I didn't lose any family members in this one, though, so that's cool. But, I mean, it was also, it had its great moments. I would say, I don't know. I can't rate it. I was gonna rate on a scale of 1 to 10, but
you're gonna rate it like a Metacritic score.
I mean, I'd say 2023 was a year of growth in a lot of ways. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's the best you can hope for, at least. Whether it's positive or negative. Just
IGN would have given it like a 4 out of 10.
A little something for everyone.
2023, was crazy for a lot of reasons, but I think we're always looking for the next year to be better than the previous year. And I think that's the whole point of New Year's resolutions, is because we want whatever, we're changing or want to change or want to do in the new year to just be better than it was in the previous year. It's a very hopeful time of year. I think New Year's is very hopeful. I mean, Christmas is too, but New Year's is actually pretty hopeful. Everyone's like, oh, it's going to be a good new year. So without any, more delaying the topic, why is 2024 going to be a better year for you? What are some of your resolutions? And we're going to make this about gaming. We're going to make this about non-gaming. So whatever you feel like talking about. I know we have a list of gaming and non-gaming. So what we'll do is, thanks for listening and tuning in. And from here on out, we're just going to talk about New Year's resolutions.
So, did you want to do it like you just do the gaming ones first because they're more lighthearted, or
yes,
did you want to do like one?
I think that's smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my first resolution as far as video games is something that I've already started working on. I'm not too far into it yet, but I want to play every video game by Remedy Interactive. I've played some of Control, but that's not a game that you can play while you're playing like a million other games. Like, it has to just have your full attention. Like, it's
my list has something like that on
just
it.
really like trippy and weird, and there's a lot of reading, which I kind of like. you like walk across one floor and find like 20 documents, and they're interesting, but it's also like I have to stop and read one more document. That's kind of a little not fun. But yeah, I played Alan Wake. Loved it
I
as a
can't wait to
story.
play it.
I've loved it as a story, as a game. It's kind of horrible. Like there was a lot of raging, a lot of me going, "Why am I still playing this garbage?" But I was still playing it because the story and atmosphere are just top notch, top notch. So I can't wait to play the second one. I'm sure that's going to be polished just immensely. I'm playing American Nightmare now, which is like a small side game. It's like 3 hours if you want to do every side objective. It's like 8. So it's improved on the mechanics. In some ways, even weirder than the first game. I like Sam Lake is just one of the most unique writers in video games, maybe the
Yeah,
most
definitely.
that I've personally seen. Like, he's just a guy that's like, I have this weird vision, and even if you know everything leading up to it'll be flawed, I just want to do this thing, and I respect
Yeah.
that. I can't wait to go back eventually and play the Max Payne games. So yeah, I want to play every Remedy title because I think by the end of it, my brain will be melted. I don't know if I'll be able to be on the show anymore, but it'll be worth it.
I plan on starting Alan Wake 2 over this Christmas break. So that's why I didn't put it on my New Year's resolution. But I'm in the same boat as you, as I want to jump into Remedy games. So I'll just smoothly transition into mine. I have a very similar kind of gaming resolution. I want to jump in and play The Witcher 3.
I do too, but I'm waiting till the right time for that.
So I have always watched CD Projekt Red. Okay. I'm going to be jumping into Cyberpunk over Christmas break. But I know Witcher 3 is considered one of the greatest video games ever, and it looks like it's up my alley. So that's a game that I can't believe I haven't played. Same thing with a few other games, but I have one other on my list. I know we talked about this before, but Witcher 3 is definitely on there
Yeah,
as one of
me
mine.
too.
So not all of them are like that, but I do have 3 picks that are kind of like that. So one is Witcher 3, and then we'll snake this. So I'll do 2, and then you do 2. So
Okay.
Witcher 3, Wild Hunt. Okay. Also, Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Really, just any of the originals. I think, I mean, I'm gonna get the collection, and I'm gonna start the collection. So my goal is to play through 1, 2, and 3 because I've never played Metal Gear Solid. I played a little bit of Peace Walker on an emulation, the Retroid Pocket 3. So my goal is to play Metal Gear Solid. I really want to play Metal Gear Solid Delta. Snake Eater. What is it? Metal Gear Solid 3,
Snake Eater, yeah.
Snake Eater Delta, whatever. But those are like 2 of the games that are a must play because I have never played them. And then, yeah, I mean, there's definitely other games I'm going to play and beat, but like those 2 are like seminal games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That are, I guess, in my backlog seminal games. But those are like that's my resolution. Like I'm going to at least play these games. Hopefully, beat them. But so those are 2 similar picks of mine. So
Yeah, I got this PS3 bundle. I think it's 2, 3, and Peace Walker, and then there's
nice. That's actually
Phantom
crazy.
Pain. There's like a small game that's like a kind of a prequel to Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
There's freaking 1 on the PS1. There's 4. There are like a few other side game. Like it gets really. So like I didn't put those on this list. One, because I actually didn't remember, but there's so many games that it's like I kind of want to play those when I have no other games I want to play except for some small titles. I'm gonna jump in because like if I try to do it now, it's not gonna work. So
Yeah,
I know how I am, unfortunately. So
exactly.
okay, so we're doing so since you did 2, I'm doing
Do two.
My second
Yep.
and my third, right?
Yes.
Okay. So my second one, you're not gonna believe this. All right, you'll probably never trust me again because I'm
Oh
gonna
my.
say something contrary to what I usually say. I want to play more RPGs in 2024. You know, I'm not.
Hold on. What type of RPGs?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Any that catch my attention. Like I'm, for those who don't know, I'm not really an RPG fan. I like Kingdom Hearts. You know, all the ones that I've played. There were a few that weren't playable in that remastered bundle, but all the ones that were, I love those. I like Final Fantasy 15 up until the end, and then I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this. But I mean, the fact that I played it for as long as I did obviously means that I enjoyed it. Final Fantasy 7 remake,
Yes. Yeah.
incredible. The combat is like action and turn based. It's perfect. It was always exciting.
You almost stole one of mine, but you're going a different direction. So.
Persona 5, great. Haven't beat
Yeah.
it. That's kind of a lead into my next pick, but I'm still on the so yeah, I like some
That's a good
RPGs, but I want to play, like, there are a few that catch my attention. Like, I want to play the demo for Sea of Stars, see how I feel about that. I want to play the Grandia remasters on Switch. It's 1 and 2 in a collection because I hear they're pretty long games, but it's basically just a linear story, no side quest, and I hate side quests in video games. The only game that I've ever played that has side quests that I like is Spider-Man, PS4, and Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2. That's it. Every other game that has side quests that I've ever played, garbage. Garbage.
Horizon Forbidden West. When you get around to it, if you ever play that game, Horizon Forbidden West has some amazing side quests, and I know Witcher 3 is also praised for its side quests.
Yeah. So. What other RPGs? I'm not gonna spend time trying to fit, but yeah, it's not like I have a like, you know, this big list of RPGs that I want to beat, but I mean, I want to, you know, play a few more, you know, maybe ones in genres that I wouldn't play usually, you know, just experiment a little bit, try new things, because I feel like me and RPGs are like, you know, like that trope of like somebody walking past a house when it's raining and there's like a really big party and they're just looking through the window like, I wish I could join.
Okay,
you know, like
so
I look at RPGs and I'm like, I want to know you better, but I'm scared. So it's like, nah, man, I'm gonna, you know, maybe say hi, you know, see if we could be friends. Have coffee.
So let me go. Let me go on my next one, because literally my next one is play more turn-based RPGs. And that's because, like, literally just like you said, I want to jump into that genre because it's not necessarily the genre I go for, even though I like RPGs, you know, like RPG mechanics. It's just hard for an RPG game to really grab me because I can't dedicate that much time to it. So I put as my resolution, I want to play turn-based RPGs, and specifically what I'm thinking of is like Octopath Traveler 2 and Sea of Stars.
I do want to play. I played some of the demo for Octopath Traveler 1 like a year or two ago, and I actually liked it quite a bit, but I never bought it for some reason. But I kind of want to play those too.
I mean, one of my favorite games ever is Pokemon, and that's a turn-based RPG. You know what I mean? So I really want to jump into that genre. Not really the like Witcher is an RPG, but I'm not talking about big open world RPGs. I'm talking about like turn-based. Specifically, really, I'm thinking of like 2D RPGs. So yeah, that's definitely, I want to jump into that too. So that was, you kind of stole mine, but not really. But either way, we're both jumping into RPGs. All right, you can go for your next one.
Okay, so this next I mentioned Persona in my previous pick. I want to beat at least one Persona game. So I was playing Persona 5 Royal for a while, and I somehow I looked at my latest save file, and it was like 75 hours, and I'm like, me? I put that much time into a turn-based JRPG? What the hell? But I stopped playing it, and I decided to play 4 because 5 is
You like 4 more?
No, 5 is significantly longer than 3 and 4, and that's the trinity of really popular ones. 1 and 2 are obscure and rare, and I think the really true fans like them, but beyond that, they've never found an audience.
Right.
But so I figure I just wanted to play 3 and 4 first because they're not as long, and then I could play 5 and just focus on it. It was kind of my ADD. I just wanted to play the other ones, and I'm like, well, they're not nearly as long. So I feel like that makes. But I do want to jump back to 5 because it's just so freaking good. But 3 reloads coming out in February, February.
That might be a good one to jump
something.
into.
So I mean, I'm gonna play all of 4, and then I'm gonna play 3 reload. And then I'm gonna just start 5 over again. Which for any other game,
That's gonna be your whole year right there.
I'm not restarting that game. It's really long. But I think about restarting Persona 5 Royal, and it doesn't really bother me because I'm like, oh, now I kind of know how to do some things more optimally and manage my time better. So I'm weirdly looking forward to it. So I mean. That speaks volumes about that series, and that I like those, because if it was any other thing, I'd be like, yeah, I'm just never gonna play this. But I want to beat at least one Persona game so that I could feel like I climbed that mountain.
With all those games you're talking about, you might as well make that your 2025 New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
So I have a similar one. Okay. I think you've seen this in the Discord, and I may have talked about it before. I need to beat Red Dead Redemption 2. I've been playing this game since it came out in 2018. I haven't beat it. I've gotten 45% of the way through the game, so I'm almost halfway. I was playing it the other day because I downloaded it, and I'm playing it with the intent of finishing it. But now it's serious. My New Year's resolution is to beat Red Dead Redemption 2. Because I like Rockstar, but they're not my favorite developer. They're not my favorite games. But there's something about Red Dead Redemption 2. I think it's just the cowboy aspect that is just so good. It's just done so well that I can see myself beating it because I enjoy playing it. I'm not wrapped up in it. I just get distracted by so many other things. But it is a game I need to beat. So
I bought it in 2020 and I still haven't played.
What's with this game? What are we doing?
I don't know why. I don't know why I even bought it, because I hear it's ultra realistic.
That's what kills to me. Okay. It's like a simulator.
Here's a preview to our hot takes episode, which will be the next one we do. Stop making games that are ultra realistic. I play games. A lot of people play games to escape reality because it sucks ass. Don't put reality in games. It's boring. Who wants to play that unless you just literally have no life? I don't get it.
People are like, this game doesn't make any sense. It's unrealistic. What? What do you mean? It's a game. I love racing, and I cannot get into Forza Motorsport or really even Gran Turismo because they're just racing simulators.
Yeah.
Literally Gran Turismo, the real racing simulator. I can't, it's just too much of trying to be real life, and that's cool, but I like to just have fun and do crazy things. You know what I mean? So That's a good one. All right, my last one. Unless you want to do another one. Was that one? You got one more left?
No, I somehow have 2 more left.
That's fine. Let me do my last one.
I'm not sure what happened.
I think I just jumped in.
Okay, yeah.
Twice because we had very similar ones.
Well, I mean, so my last one's kind of redundant, so I might just think of another random one out of thin air.
Okay, think of one while I say my last
But
one.
no,
You're
I
gonna
got one
appreciate.
more, and then
Everyone's gonna appreciate this one.
I got one more, and then for my last one, I'll just pick like another random one because I kind of
Okay,
didn't even
here's my
notice.
last one. You ready? So I had play Witcher 3, play Metal Gear Solid, play more turn-based RPGs, beat Red Dead Redemption 2, and then my last one, play way more Xbox games.
Yeah, same.
And I've anticipated that
Xbox
because
is cool, man.
yeah, I like Xbox. I went on and I just Game Pass. Okay, Game Pass is a good deal, but it adds up over time. I literally went on the Xbox store and I bought Gears of War, the original, the remastered Gears of War for $5. And then I bought Gears 4 for $5. So Game Pass Ultimate is $17 a month. So by just spending $10, I got two very good games that I just own. Like I can just play them whenever I want. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep buying more Xbox games because I love Gears. I love Halo. I gotta play through Halo Infinite in the Gears games, but that's because I looked at my Xbox year in review for 2023, and I played a total of like 44 hours over the entire year. So, yeah, I want to do a lot. I want to put a lot more hours into that system. So that's it. That's pretty simple.
Okay, my next one is one that I still haven't done this year. I don't know, like it's been a whole like we literally did like an episode. I don't know how long ago, a pretty fair while ago about games we haven't played for some reason yet. I said Life is
That was a fun one.
Strange. The first Life is Strange. I still haven't played it yet. I gotta play it in 2020. I don't know what I'm doing.
Honestly, if
It's not
there's
even
any
that
game I
expensive.
expect you to play besides Telltale, it is Life is Strange.
Dude, it's 1999. 1999. I haven't bought it yet, but I'll spend a whole ton of money on like random games that I'm a terrible person. I admit it. I admit it. You could flame me in the comments. I will not say anything back. That's just it. I just want to play Life is Strange. And then let me see if I can pull another one out of thin air. I want to play more Switch exclusives.
I thought about putting that one on there too.
Because
dude,
a lot of
Pikmin 4, Mario RPG, like
yeah, I got yeah, Mario RPG. Another Code
they have a good
Recollection
catalog.
just
Too.
released a demo. That's like a adventure game. It's like a remake of these two games. One of them was on the Nintendo. Actually, no. You know what? My last resolution is to play more Nintendo 3DS or Nintendo DS games.
That's a really good one.
I really haven't. I bought one at a pawn shop just because it seemed fun to have, and I really haven't played anything on it.
Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. You'll love it.
Yeah, I want to play that. I want to play the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask remakes. Yes. I want to get into the Legend of Zelda series a little bit too. So that's technically two shorter ones. I'm cheating, so I'm gonna stop before I rattle off like 5 more
resolutions. It's fun, it's just something we just are making a resolution to do. Now I want to make this a little bit difficult. We're bumping the difficulty up to extremely grounded right now.
Oh no, it's a From Software game.
No. I'm done with my gaming ones. So
no, you said you're gonna bump up the difficulty. I said it's like a From Software game. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I don't play that. I only play good games. Hot takes. That's gonna be one of mine. Spoiler alert. For our non-gaming resolutions, we're not gonna do a top 5. We're gonna pick the most important one, and we're just gonna talk about it.
Okay.
1. What is the most important one? I'm looking at my list because I made a list of my New Year's resolutions. Because with gaming ones, whatever, it's just gaming. But with New Year's resolutions, just overall, let's just make it what is our number one? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. I'm so tired. I'm trying to, I'm so tired, man. My New Year's resolution is to not be as tired. But
I'd say I could say mine first. I guess
okay, yeah, go ahead.
a lot of mine basically center around creativity. So I'll just say I want to regain my creative spark. I'm
that's a really good one.
I mean, I could be sappy and say part of the reason I haven't been creative is because, I get like depressed or anxious. But I think a lot of it's just like, like it's like your muscles, like if you like you exercise regularly, you build up muscles, and then like if you stop doing it long enough, those muscles will shrink because they're like, I don't have to be strong anymore. So what's the point? I'm gonna adapt to not having any pressure put on me. So I think I just spent so long not being creative that now it's like kind of impossible.
That's a tough spot. Yeah.
I was saying to you the other day, like I want to like come up with more ideas for the podcast. I want to start writing again. I want to
yours is very similar to mine yet again.
I want to get a voice acting coach and learn how to specifically be a voice actor. I want to audition for acting roles. I want to make videos if I feel to. Just any creative thing. I don't really have like a few specific ones. I just want to just be creative.
Get those creative juices flowing.
Yeah, like it's like I'm like I think about this a lot, and it's just hard to make changes for me, unfortunately. But like I've just like I feel like like I like watching movies and playing games, but like I feel like since that's like most of what I've been doing for God knows how
like
long,
leisure,
like it's not. It's kind of miserable, like when you spend most of your free time just doing like like it's basically like if you only eat like sweets, like any kind of junk food, and that's it. Yeah, like you're that'll be nice for like a bit, but then after a while you're like, I just really want some freaking vegetables. What the hell, so it's like I want to get those creative veggies back in my diet.
The creative veggies. Yo.
The creative veggies. Yeah. I want to make a creativity smoothie and just just freaking chug the whole thing. So
you just made like the Minecraft eating noise.
Oh, really?
Mine is very similar. It's in the same vein. I've kind of narrowed it down a little bit because I do have, on my list like be productive, exercise, read, that kind of stuff. But my pick is start a new podcast. And I kind of have that in like plural, start a new podcast as in like another one with this, because I'm actually in the process of producing a podcast with a room, with cameras, I got all the audio equipment for it. I just painted the room, everything, got a whole studio. So my goal is to have that out, shortly into next year. And then also with this podcast, rebranding it. I have the idea of the name, what it's going to be about, and it being a continuation of this. So I want to keep the episode numbers, but I want to change up the entire branding, marketing, all that stuff, everything, how it looks, whatever. But it's going to be a spiritual successor to this. It's going to literally be like the evolution of it. So that's my resolution, because that is something creative that I have some very specific goals for that I just need to get done. So I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah.
All right. That is a beautiful, short, and sweet episode. Tony, thank you for another year of fun episodes. This was our first full year. I liked it. It's been 13 months, and we are on basically episode 40, essentially. So that's a good bit. I like it. I'm glad we went this long. I see a lot of podcasts like fizzle out in the 10s, in the 20s. So the fact that we're even doing this much, even though some get good views, some don't, whatever. We're having fun doing it. So it was a lot of fun, and we're gonna wrap this one up. So anything you wanna say to end out 2023 going into 2024? Dramatic pause.
No, I'm gonna quote. This is like a sneak peek into my solo episode where I talk about
Oh, I can't wait.
my favorite things that released this year. There's a song from this band Hawthorne Heights on their new EP. It's just a line that it just really resonated with me ever since I heard it. It said, "We all get a little lost." And sometimes we get distracted from our goals. We forget what's important sometimes. It just happens. But I think the beautiful thing about being lost is that you can always find your way back home, whatever that means to you. Whether that's a people, place, a thing, whatever. So here's to making our way back home in 2024. And I hope that for anybody listening that feels the same way.
There it is. All right. Thanks for watching all year long, guys. And yeah, there it is, Tony. Beautifully put. Here's 2024.